What is going on there, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. As usual, I am going to play the pre-market analysis that I did, and I uploaded it before the market opened to show you guys the logic and the framework that I was looking for exactly happened. Even the SMT that I was looking for formed, and that is the different level of precision. And I do that every single day, so you guys can go and watch it before the market opens, so you have the idea of what is the day going to look like. And it is happening most of that for majority of the time. So let's get right into the pre-market analysis first, and then we're going to do the trade recap. Expect is if we do not reverse from here. I mean, it does not have to come all the way lower to this gap, because this could be a, what is it, a breakaway gap. But if we confirm the low of this candle, which is the 8 a.m. candle with another lower time frame swing, then we can trade it higher. But if not, if we do not reverse with the current 1 hour candle, then we can expect the market open to come lower here and then trade higher. But most likely, if we get SMT here with the other assets, let's actually check. We might get the SMT. As you can see, this is the exact low on the other assets. So we are pretty close to that. So it is possible for NQ or ES to tap into this gap, and the YM gets this SMT. So that is also possible for us to get this kind of SMT and then continue higher. But if we do not, so that is what I was looking for, the exact SMT, the exact reversal area that I was looking for to frame my trade. And now let's see what happened on the markets. I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame. This is the exact area I was looking for. I said we're going to expect the SMT to form here and then for the market to trade higher. And one thing I would like to mention here is every single time you get a new high, the first target you should have is this high, because that is the relevant high for this pullback. And the first target you should have is this high and then this high, because the all-time high or this high is relevant to the daily swing, to this daily pullback. So if you frame your trade based on that, that is going to happen, but maybe not with this swing, because this is the relevant high for this current pullback. This is the relevant high for the daily pullback. Daily is going to get there for sure, but we are trading the 1 hour swing, and the first level is going to be this, and that is what happened because we got another pullback, and maybe some of you guys got stopped. So this is where I said I'm going to expect the SMT to form and then to trade higher. Now let's start from the daily, why I was looking for this. Starting from the week, we had a open low first, creating the SMT. Of course, we could not trade this back to the highs. We could not trade this C2 because the low was not confirmed. So we did not trade the C2. We waited for C2 closure. Once we get the C2 closure, now the C3 is a very good candle or expansion candle to trade. Now what we need is to frame the low of the day on a 4-hour swing, which we have here. Day opens here, opens low first, creating the first SMT, and then during the London session we get another SMT that confirms the low of the day. Now we trade the 6 a.m. candle, which market open is inside this candle, And how do we frame the trade here? We measure the 50% of the London session. Why do we measure this candles range? Because we want to frame the continuation from this candle's range. So we need some kind of PD array inside this candle to frame the low of the next candle, which is 6 a.m., and then to trade it higher. And when we drop down with that idea in mind, how many levels we have inside the London sessions candle? We have first gap, second gap. And if you watch the pre-market analysis, I said this could be a breakaway gap, and that is exactly what it was, because we got the SMT with this gap, but we tapped into this one. So I said I'm going to expect a SMT with this low and then to continue higher. Now let's play the next candle. Exactly, that is what happened, and then we get another stage SMT. So once we get that, that is a very high probability setup. Now what I did was I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame. I entered right at the market open right here. I made a mistake, which you guys will see here. What was the mistake? So because we had the C2 closure, I traded the C3. I just entered right away, and I got stopped with when we got this pullback. Because you see this huge move to the upside. Once I saw that move, I was not expecting a huge retracement back into this low. So I moved my stop loss above my entry and I got stopped out, but I entered again because of how sure I was of the market direction. And as you can see, this pullback was just a tap of the 15-minute order block and then continuation higher. So I'm looking at the 1-minute time frame. Let me actually go back here and play the entire move. Okay, now let's do this. So first entry right at the market open. This is where the market opens, runs high first and then comes back. I enter right here. Now once we get this huge move, we get this order block and then we have this retracement. Once we are done with the retracement, we get another order block. Once we get this order block, I put my stop loss right below this. I trailed my stop loss right below this. We are going, and then another drop gets me out of the market. But again, this is also a SMT. Once we get this SMT again, and then we get another order block, I enter right here again and put my stop loss here, targeting this high. Now, let's get back into the 15-minute why I targeted this high and not this one on the first time. Because as I said on the 1-hour time frame, I said this is the relevant high for this swing. So the first target should be this. And as you can see, we had a lot of consolidation and pullback. You see, this is a deep pullback. Usually, if you are in the trade, if you are not taking any partials or you're not getting out here, you're probably going to be trading your stop losses. Okay, so when we get this pullback, if you're not taking any profits here or fully out, then you see this is what happens. We get a lot of pullbacks, and that is why you need to take profit and at the relevant high, and then based on the daily and the 4-hour frame, you can see that yes, it's possible for us to expand higher, but we are trading the 1-hour swing, so that is why you need to take profit around here. All right, guys, that is it for today's recap. I hope you learned something. And guys, nobody likes the videos. Come on, what's going on? You guys gotta like the videos, so I'm more motivated to do more of the pre-market analysis, put more energy into it, so you guys can benefit from it, and I have the energy to do it. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.